Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. I'm playing blue-white familiars again today, trying to play a more aggressively costed list where we have 14 one-drops. I want to have 4 Ponder, 4 Preordain. I want to find my sideboard cards as soon as possible, and I want to do things all the time. And that should hopefully allow us to get out ahead of our opponents, beat aggro, and sculpt our hands versus control. Is that going to work out? I hope it does. I really like playing 8 cantrips. I like the Turbo Xerox style, and it's more fun for me. So I want to play the fun deck. In the mana base, to support this, I'm trimming on Chanceries, which I know is kind of a no-no, but we're also going to 18 lands, and I can't afford to open double Chancery hands. So we have 2 Ash Barrens and 2 Brokers Hideouts. Really want to have as many non-Ash Barrens land as possible, so that I can make use of the Lorien Revealed. I almost considered not playing Ash Barrens whatsoever, but there is some consideration where you want to potentially just get your Chancers online. You know what? We're going to take a risk here. We're just going to cut the Ash Barrens completely and go 3 Brokers Hideouts. So 4 Chancery, 3 Brokers Hideouts. It's never been done. But this means that as far as one-landers, we only have 4 lands that we can't keep for one-landers, so we have 14 lands that would allow us to go off. We'll see if that's good enough. Anyway, enough jabbering about the mana base. In the sideboard here, 4 Hydroblast for red. I think that with 8 cantrips, we can support only 4 Hydroblast. 2 Circle of Protection for terror. 1 Last Breath for little weenie decks like Elves and Walls. 1 Negate. 1 Exclude. Negate here, it's really good against land destruction. Exclude, really good against initiative decks. And prohibits our middle of the road spell, which this used to be in the main deck with counterspells in the sideboard, but I think it's better in the sideboard now, where counterspell is just your big main catch-all. I was having problems with counterspell not being super good in Counter Wars post-board, so I think prohibit might be better. And I decided to go for 1 Nature's Chant and 3 Dust to Dust. I had paired into Grixis Affinity a couple of times, and I was very frustrated. So I'm trying to prepare for them again and just dust them out. Let's see if it works out. If you like familiars and you want to check out more about it, learn how to play the deck, there's a pinned video on this YouTube channel that explains the how-to of familiars. You can also check out the Patreon, patreon.com/kalikaiz. Make sure to like and subscribe on this video so you can get more notifications, see all the videos that I'm posting. And if you want to play in paper, check out Dragon Master Games in Binghamton, New York, which is going to have a 2K guaranteed to the top 8. That's coming up on February 24th, 2024, and hopefully I'll see you there. And for now, on to the matches. Round 1, let's see how Xerox Fams fares. Xerox Fams fares. Okay, Island Ponder. Let's do it. Ghostly Flicker is not very good in this opener. Arcane Mancer is not very good. We have the Modern Age. So if we find a second land, we can start pitching stuff. Island Ponder. Okay. We're not going to shuffle, and I'm going to let this go. Let's see what our opponent is up to. Plays a Forest. Llanowar Elves. Bad. Definitely bad. Go land. Let's Modern Age. Discard a Faithful. Probably could have just discarded the Cleric. Elvish Vanguard, so it's just straight up Elves. So we're looking for snaps, and we want to be able to go Arcane Mancer snap with Ephemerate and everything. Elves is generally a bad matchup. We started kind of slow as well. Draw. We will discard this Cleric. Ponder. Okay. Counterspell, not very good here. No shuffle. I'm going to go land, Faithful into Preordain. And then I'll keep both of these, because we want to counterspell a Distant Melody. Or maybe just a Timberwatch. Right now they have a bunch of creatures in play. Let's see if they just Distant Melody right now. There's another Elvish Vanguard. Okay. So they have a lot of power, but they're not doing very much. They have 2 cards in hand. Okay. We're getting wrecked. They're going to attack for 6. Not great. Play the Chancery. Pass the turn. We're going to pick up the plains and We're going to block on the 3/3 and the 2/2. Counterspell their draw spell. So do I want to just take the 10? Sucks, but we're going to have to do this here. They have one card left in hand. Usually Elves has their last card as a giant thing. Okay, we're going to take block here and kill their mana producer. 7, 8, 9, 10. We got a 1. Maybe that wasn't worth it. Deep analysis. I've taken some risks here, huh? I really need a snap. Draw. Okay, my bad. I didn't do the combat math. The prohibits. Counterspell's gonna go away. I like negate. I like dust. Last breath. Dominator Cleric sucks. Faithfuls are also not very good. Bring in the exclude. I guess we're bringing back in a faithful. We know what kind of hand we want to keep. That's for sure. Yes, we'd like to play first. This is a better hand. We have turn 3 Fam. We could play Fam plus Modern Age, discard Deep Analysis on turn 3. And if we can, our Ponder is going to be looking for snaps and Arcane Answers, stuff like that. Ponder, Moldrifter, Preordain, Negate. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. So this is a turn 4 Drifter Ephemerate. We can play Chancery and Preordain on turn 2. Turn 3 Familiar, hold up Negate. Preordain. Another Familiar. Okay. Chancery, pick up the island. They play Nettle Sentinel. So this untaps every time they play a creature. So if they play a 1-drop, they can play another 1-drop over and over and over and over. I think I want to hold it with the negate. Kind of tough to decide here. Another Birchlore Rangers. So let's see. If they have a Distant Melody, they draw 4. Negate's probably going to be useful for like a Spell Pierce. I should probably Modern Age. Discard the Deep Analysis. Play Lead the Stampede. So me not having negate there, kind of a problem. No Timberwatch. But they do find a Quirion Ranger. Play Elvish Vanguard. Maybe my plan here is just to go Familiar, hold up the negate next turn, Drifter Ephemerate. Quirion Ranger. One thing that is important to note is that it takes a really, really long time to play out Elves. So you should be prepared for a long match if you're playing against Elves. Playing them from your hand takes a long time. Kind of makes me want to play Elves. Somebody told me it was like a Storm deck. It's an Elvish Mystic that we didn't know about. So I think we know the last 2 cards in their hand. We took out all of our faith. No, we have 3 Faithfuls left. Spera. This came into play this turn. Birchlore Rangers. I think the last card is Elvish Visionary. I could be wrong. Or Elvish Vanguard. It means I can Drifter Ephemerate. Draw. I'm going to discard the Preordain. Let's go for the Drifter Ephemerate. I'm pretty sure that their last card is Elvish Vanguard. I could have miscounted. Ephemerate. And then play this Chancery. Picking up the island. I'll get rid of the Broker's Hideout. Now I just need snaps and an Arcane Answer. Timberwatch Elf. Darn. I'm doing my best to draw cards. They're going to hit me for 6 this turn. I wonder if they swing out. Maybe the last card in their hand is not the Vanguard, because why wouldn't they have just played it? So I must have miscounted. Attacks for 6. I'm just going to assume that this is not in their hand. 14. Okay. The Ephemerate here. Find the Arcane Answer. That means we can play Arcane Answer and get back Ephemerate. They have 10 creatures on the battlefield, so they can make something a 20/20. So I have to look for Snap or Last Breath. Preordain. Bottom both of these. It's kind of frustrating just never finding it. Okay. Deep Analysis. Found the Last Breath. Okay, kill this. We have a negate. They have the spell pierce, so they're hellbent. We have too many cards in hand. We have 9 cards in hand, so we're gonna discard these two, this one and this one. They're swinging out. Okay, I will kill. I have to block here. Kill this and block. We go to 5. Plays that in an Elvish Vanguard. Guess they did have one. Who am I to say? Let's go Faithful into Ponder. Looking for Snap. There's a Snap. Great. Awesome. No, we'll play Sunscape Familiar. And then Snap this Vanguard. Untap these two. We can Modern Age pitching the Deep Analysis and then cast Muldrifter with the blue open. Modern Age, pitch Deep Analysis, cast the Muldrifter. We still have a land drop. Okay, so now I can either get back the Muldrifter or go land Deep Analysis. They have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 5. I think I'm going to play the island and go to 7. Your turn. We have double Archaeomancer, very good. So we're able to successfully get to the mid-game here. Double Lissalana is really brutal. We have the Faithful to draw or buy some time. We can discard the extra familiar or play it and then just Lorien Revealed cost 2. Plays Lissalana. They can't play the other one right now. Or maybe they can. Dang. Vanguard's gonna be huge. Ugh. What if I kill? Tough. Play their second one. Lissalana makes an elf. Oh, this thing's tapped, which is great. So they have a forest in hand. Draw. Discard this Ponder now. Play Sunscape Familiar. Play Archaeomancer. Gonna get back the Snap. Looking for, let's go Preordain. Exclude and Prohibit. Okay, I like those ones. Let's snap this. Untap, untap. Play a land. Play Archaeomancer. Get back the Ephemerate. Then we can Ephemerate the Archaeomancer, snap the Lissalana, and pass the turn. Doink. Okay, we're coming back. So now we can exclude whatever one, and they scoop it up. Yes! On the draw, not where you want to be. Let's see what happens. We have a familiar on turn 3 with snap, so I feel like I have to keep that. Let's have exclude. This is not very good. Plain elf. Mortuary Mire. Pass the turn. We have double snap now. Plays Nettle Sentinel. This makes 1 mana. They're going to get in for 1 damage. Okay. Chancery. 6. Pick up Mortuary Mire. We're going to discard a Chancery. The risk of playing 4 Chanceries here, I guess. You're going to play Priest of Titania. Okay. So should I snap that? Probably. Good. Okay, that's pretty good. Island. Play Sunscape Familiar. We can snap the Priest. Untap. Go ahead and play the Modern Age. Discarding the Chancery. Pass the turn. They're going to play the Priest again, and I have Exclude, which will draw me a card. But they can't actually... They had to scoop it up because they couldn't untap the Nettle Sentinel. Oh, wow. Sick. Wow. All right, on to the next. All right, we're versus Zamu in round 2. I think I have to mulligan this. I only have 1 land. It comes into play tapped, and both of these I don't really want to play early. Mulligan. Oh, God. Really bad hand, obviously. Should have kept the other one. We're going to go to 5. You're killing me. I mean, this Ponder could have been an island. Or other land. We will mulligan again. Keep this one, and this one. Maybe I don't want the Ephemerate. Alright. So this is really a 5 land hand with a Chancery, or 5 card hand, which is not quite as bad. Okay, they're on blue-white or Jeskai. Pass. I wonder if all my dust to dusts are going to matter in this matchup. Probably not. They flip a ninja. Classic blue-white affinity. Just steamrolling you. Right. We can cycle the Lorien Revealed and then play the Arcane-Mancer and get back the Lorien Revealed, which is fine. They're looting. Jeskai Affinity. So it's the blue-white affinity plus Galvanic Blast. I do think that's a pretty good way to play the game. Grab my island. Probably also have Metallic Rebuke available right now. Mancer, get back the Lorien Revealed if it doesn't get countered, but it's probably going to get countered. I mean, how bad does that feel? It feels really bad. There's that infinite everything. Go ahead and play it. All that glitters. They're attacking for 10 damage. So we have to have snap, but they also are looting. I mean, we could play a Muldrifter maybe. Maybe we're not dead if I play the Muldrifter. We'll go to 3. Ah, okay. Never didn't have it. Of course, I definitely didn't have it. So we want the Prohibit and maybe the Negate. Counterspell's bad. Nature's Chant and the Dust to Dust. Don't really want the Dawnbringer Cleric. I don't think I need the Deep Analysis. And the Ephemerate is slow. Maybe the Ghostly Flicker is just too slow. I think I'm going to cut the Deep Analysis. Is that crazy? It might be crazy. Let's go. All right, we have lands and spells. I'm going to ponder looking for a white source. Ponder. Okay, that's pretty good. All right. So we can play the white source and then Preordain looking for lands. Next turn, Faithful plus Preordain. Grab the plains, Preordain. Broker's Hideout and Prohibit. I think I want both of these. Prohibit can counter all that glitters, as well as Galvanics, but it cannot counter Metallic Rebuke. So they've whiffed on their... Oh, that was their turn too. Oh boy. Play Familiar, play the Broker's Hideout. Draw 2 cards for 2 on turn 2. I'm over here just fetching lands. Feels interesting. Kills my Familiar. We can Mortuary Mire back the Familiar, which is cool. Play Faithful Mire. They're gonna ninja me. Cool. Hopefully they don't find a land. Thopterino. We draw another Familiar. Interesting. I guess I play Familiar, Mortuary Mire, get back Familiar. That's the turn. So if they go for Galvanic, we have Prohibit. And I can also slam a Muldrifter next turn. Nope, now they have Metallic Rebuke available. Just dumping Frogmites. Thoughtcast. Got another one? No tax, okay. Let's go Faithful. And then Preordain. Looking for lands. Another Faithful. I don't think I want that. Land. Let's pass the turn. So I can kick a Prohibit now. Thoughtcast. The red mana scares me so bad. So they're going to swing out so they can get 2 damage in. Block, block. They have yet another ninja. Fine. If I counter the Ornithopter here, then they don't have Metallic Rebuke available. Is that worth it? I'm going to counter it. Okay, so now I can play Sunscape Familiar and slam a Muldrifter. To find another white source, I now have Dust to Dust coming, and Snap can make Dust to Dust available. So Snap can help me play through. They just scoop it up. I just never found a white source. Lucky for me. Try again. Maybe Ephemerate's not good enough. Or Flicker's not good enough. What am I even doing? I probably should have cut on an Archaeomancer and put the Flicker back in, and then maybe even played... Okay, this is a good hand. Maybe even played the Dawnbringer Cleric because he can take out their ninjas. My plans are happening on the fly here, that's for sure. We're going to keep. We have land into creature preordain. We can also just play out the Faithful, but looks like they don't have the ninja coming anytime soon. I'll play my tap land. They play a tap land. I have another tap land. Faithful. Cast a preordain. Next turn, my plan is likely to... Okay, we're going to bottom this. Optimal Drifter. Probably going to Modern Age, pitching this Plains after picking it up with the Chancery. They have 3 mana. Okay. Play the Chancery. This indicates potentially they have a counterspell. Just play this. They did not counter. I'll discard the Plains. No attacks. They chose to not counter. Plays Ornithopterino. 4 mana. Your Enforcer costs 2. Okay, draw and discard. Discard this Lorien Revealed. Going to 7. In hand. Can cycle for another island. Play the Chancery. Picking up the Floodplain. Passing the turn. So now we are going to get beaten down by this Mere Enforcer, which, you know, don't want to say anything about that, but we have Snap, we have Negate, we have Prohibit. We can do some things. I can draw into a Familiar. I'd feel a lot more comfortable. Of course, they have red mana right now. They have white mana for Glitters. Got a 4/4. Bad news, indeed. Gets in for 4 plus the Ninja. Next turn we can block the Ninja and the Ornithopter with my Modern Age. There's a Ginger Brute. Maybe I should have countered that. Mere Enforcer. 2 cards in hand. Okay, so what do I want to do? Find a Faithful. I think I'm going to go land. Faithful. Attempt to snap a Mere Enforcer. I've got Negate for Metallic Rebuke. Play Negate. So if they have another answer, that means they don't have the Glitters right now. Untap, untap. And then I'm going to go Archaeomancer, getting back the Snap. They could slam the Glitters and attack for a very large amount, but then I have Snap with Prohibit backup. And this turn I can Snap plus Muldrifter maybe. They make the Gingerbread unblockable. Attack for 4, and forget to attack with their Gingerbread. They're feeling a little flustered. I'm looking for Familiars. Let's snap this Mere Enforcer. Dupe. Untap, untap. Cast Muldrifter. If they have Metallic Rebuke, they have Metallic Rebuke. Okay, so they just got a little bit in their own head and then ended up scooping. So we're 2-0. Let's go to round 3. We're here in round 3 versus Luagni. And I'm keeping this because they generally play mono red, but you never really know. This hand is slow, but I have Faithful into tap land, and then I can Modern Age on turn 3. Okay, what are they doing? Mine. Probably, my guess is that they are on mono Red Tron. We're going to grab a Plains here, then play the Faithful on turn 2, Chancery back the Plains, and then start playing Modern Ages. Power plant. Okay, I'm nervous. Sometimes Tron is scary. Chancery, pick up this. Don't want to get Dinrovad. I really want to see is a mountain. Yes. Okay, I feel like I can win now. Let's go ahead and play the Modern Age. And discard the Plains. And then land Ponder. We're doing things. Find a counterspell. Okay, I like this. So next turn I'll have counterspell. I can discard the Broker's Hideout. I can play the island, or I can just go play the other Broker's Hideout as a Candy Trail. Honestly, I feel like Familiars is extraordinarily favored in this matchup, so I'm hoping to prove that. Generally, we beat midrange. If they have like really fast Monarch, maybe not. They went top bottoms and they cycled it for a power plant. Plays a Candy Trail. So here I do think that I probably want to keep up the counterspell. So I could just play island. I think I put the island on top. Yeah, okay. Draw and discard. Discard this. Play the island. Play another Modern Age. Gain some life. I'm going to yield and discard a Broker's Hideout. Passing the turn. Holding up Counterspell for a map or a 5-drop. Yeah, no thanks. Not today. We are going to make a 2/3. Love it. Draw and discard a Chancery. Play a land. Make our own 5-drop. Pass the turn. Now we got the Mulldrifter chain happening. We had a self-assembler chain, but it was stifled. Now we're on a Mulldrifter chain. They cycle an Oliphant. So now they have 6 mana. Cracks the Candy Trail. They have potentially Cannonade available. They can kill my Mulldrifter. They're going to take out the Vector Glider, which makes sense because they have Candy Trails and stuff. We have a Familiar. I think I'm just going to play another Mulldrifter. Play the Chancery, pick this up, pass the turn. What do you got? 3 cards in hand. They have 6 mana. They could Boarding Party here. 5 mana. 6 mana. It is a Boarding Party. They find an Expedition map. Don't like that very much, but I'm not going to block. I'm just not going to. Let's see. And go Familiar. Play a land. Play the Archaeomancer. Get the Counterspell. And then attack you for 4. I should probably be holding open Counterspell for Rolling Thunder. Stuff like that. Cannonade, maybe. They crack the map. Then they're going to get a tower. Okay. 3 cards in hand. 5 mana. Plays a self-assembler. How much do I care about that? I don't think I care. Maybe I'm playing scared here. Probably I'm playing scared. Get another self-assembler. Get in for 3. Okay. My turn. Sure, I feel like I'm going to counterspell that one now. Keep my Archaeomancer alive. Now they're going to Cannonade? Yeah. Felt like there was a Cannonade that I was trying to manage, but I just never managed it very well. Let's ponder and see if I want to Lorien Revealed. Another Archaeomancer. Yeah, that's probably fine. That's Lorien Revealed. Go to 19. Faithful. So I can Archaeomancer back to Lorien Revealed, or Ponder. I want to Archaeomancer back to Lorien Revealed. They're going to just self-assembler into self-assembler here. Should have countered the self-assembler. And they kind of pushed me into doing something. How much mana do they have? Let's block here. I'm afraid. 6, 8, 9. They can Rolling Thunder for 9. There's an Oliphant. Okay. They did not have the Rolling Thunder. Self-assembler. Okay. We're going to go Faithful into Ponder. Things are looking a little crazy at the moment. Faithful to have 22 power on the table. Ponder. Find a Snap. And the Lorien Revealed. Okay. This. No. Go Sunscape Familiar. Pass the Lorien Revealed. Okay. We'll snap the Oliphant. Okay. Untap. Play another Lorien Revealed. Draw 3 cards. Find another Faithful. We're at 24 right now. Let's play the Faithful. Play the land. Pass the turn. Then we can counterspell the Oliphant. This is their last self-assembler as well. And now everything is very cheap. Deep Analysis will cost 1 mana. They're going to get in for 14, putting me to 10. Taps for red. They're going to play the Oliphant here, which I'm going to counter because it gives things trample. We're going to 13. Play the self-assembler. Fails to find. Next turn, they're going to have 2 cards in hand. So I think we preordain first, looking for Flicker or Ephemerate. Okay. Lightning Bolt, last card in hand. Preordain. Mortuary Mire would be okay. Okay, Mulldrifter's good. Go ahead and, I guess I preordain again. Analysis, ponder. I think I bottom, top, start drawing cards. That's Mulldrifter. Draw 2. Preordain is almost better than a draw 2 if I clear some stuff, right? That's what, okay, snap and ephemerate. Top, top. Get rid of this thing. We are gaining life like crazy. Draw some cards. Okay. Draw some more cards. Snap this one. Untap. Draw some more cards. Should have preordained. Play a Faithful. Play a preordain. Ephemerate and snap. Okay. Not both. Snap this one. I just want to make sure I still have my counterspell open. Let's gain 2 life with the Dawnbringer Cleric. And then play out the Modern Age. Discard this Plains. And then draw 2 more cards. Almost drew my entire deck this turn. Play a land. Play another Mulldrifter. Wow. That's a big turn. There's a Flicker and the Mortuary Mire. So now they're dead. Just pass. Okay. I mean, dead as in it will take me a long time to win the game, but I'm going to. They're going to attack for 6. Yep. They have 3 self-assemblers in hand that I don't care about any longer. I'm just going to slowly peck them away with my Mulldrifters. So Mortuary Mire can put back the Archaeomancer. Are they going to Rolling Thunder? That's why I was holding the counterspell, that's for sure. The Hydroblast maybe is not even that good. Boop, boop, doo-doo, boop. Alright. Pass. So now I have double Ephemerate. I'm going to draw 1. I'm going to draw 1 for turn, go to 4. I'll go to 3 with the Modern Age. I can afford to draw 2 cards here. And then I'm going to not draw cards anymore. Ephemerate the Dawnbringer, the Godpharaoh's Faithful. Discarding the Chancery, well, the Familiar. Play the Mortuary Mire. Get back the Archaeomancer. And we'll just attack for 3. Okay, Archaeomancer. Get back Ephemerate. We can Ephemerate for Ephemerate. Ephemerate for Counterspell. Then I think I just pass. I'll draw into my Archaeomancer on the next turn. Okay, so I can just block and flicker. Probably should do that. And then on the next turn, I'm going to want to snap away all my Faithfuls. That way I don't have all this life that I'm gaining constantly and it's just eating up the clock. Okay. Play a self-assembler. I forgot that I had another Archaeomancer in the graveyard there. Another self-assembler. Yep, I guess I can counterspell the last one. Counterspell. Okay, then I'm gonna put some creatures on top of the deck. Back Flicker. Put the Familiar on top. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and put the Archaeomancer on the top and then the 2 Mulldrifters. I want to maximize the speed of accomplishing. And they're just gonna scoop. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Exclude is good. Dawnbringer Cleric is medium. Enchant is probably okay. Don't want the Dust to Dust. Question is if I'd rather have Negate than Counterspell. Probably. Get rid of 1 Counterspell. So my Counterspell suite is now Exclude, Counterspell, Negate. So Exclude and Counterspell do the same thing. Counterspell and Negate do the same thing. So that is why I'm using it that way. Dawnbringer Cleric there's nothing to eat in the graveyard, and Nature's Chant can take out relics, as well as their self-assemblers, as we saw last time I played Mono Red Tron. Okay, we've got a hand that can do stuff. Snap and Chancery are pretty good together. They are probably not playing land destruction. So I'm just going to land Preordain and see what happens. Probably don't want to run out Familiar by itself. They're likely to play a bunch of Pyroblasts. Play a Relic of Progenitus. Fully expected that. Preordain. Don't want the island. take the preordain. And then they're going to just relic me and I'll just get rid of that preordain. When you're playing on Magic Online, if you're like F6 or whatever, and you're waiting for them to relic, you can just spam click it, and then eventually it will get relicked. All right, my friend. Plays a Candy Trail. Goes double top. That's nerve-wracking. Let's preordain. They're going to Pyroblast my preordain. Or Red Blast. That's very aggressive. They have 3 mana. Second relic. Okay. You have the relics. Land, play a familiar. I'll just hold up snap in case it gets attacked. Snap it. We will pass the turn. They're going to eat the snap. And what they should do is crack the relic to draw cards. They're just playing Candy Trails. People rely too hard on relic, I think. But I mean, I have nothing going on, obviously. We crack the Candy Trail. I'm looking for Modern Ages. All right, we find a familiar. We're going to play the familiar and then just play the Chancery, picking up the island. This means that soon I'll be able to discard some lands. And then the relics will eat the lands instead of relevant spells. 3 mana. They crack the Candy Trail, leaving open 1 mana for relics. Maybe I should bring in the Dust to Dust just to get rid of multiple relics at the same time. Okay, we have Drifter Ephemerate. Let's play the Mole Drifter. I think I'm holding open the Plains for responding to an expedition, or for responding so I can save my Mole Drifter like a counterspell / draw 2 cards. They crack the map for a power plant, it looks probably. Tower and mine to get the power plant. So they have 3 mana. Plays another relic. Okay. Got relics, you've got Oliphants. I mean, alright. I'm gonna start with I could have a Pyroblast here. Let's start with draw 3 cards. They don't have a Pyroblast. I'll play Broker's Hideout for an island. Get rid of the Lorien Revealed. Okay. An island. Attack. And then we're going to discard 2 islands. Then we have a full turn cycle of being able to use the Ephemerate, maybe. Where they have to crack the relic in response. Because they won't be able to keep my board, my graveyard clear. Oh, they have triple relic though, my bad. 6 mana for boarding party. Find an expedition map. Okay. Crack the expedition map. Playing the tower. Okay. Relic. Relic again. Get in for 6. Alright. I only have 1 relic available right now. What if I can force this? I have a negate. Alright, I'm going to attack. Then Ephemerate. No response. Alright. I can play Sunscape Familiar. Land. Play Familiar. Play a Faithful. I'm just going to put this Arcane Answer onto the field. I have a negate for the Rolling Thunder. You really should crack your relic. Like, why are you not just drawing a card, my friend? There you go. So now I only have to work through 2 relics. They have 3 cards in hand. They're going to put us to 10. I'll take the 6. Then I guess I die to Rolling Thunder plus Pyroblast, but they don't have a 3rd mountain right now. They're going for it. Not currently F6'd. Yep, not this one. Negate. They're going to eat the negate. Now my plan is to hit the Mole Drifter with the Ephemerate and then look for a spell that I can cast so that I can get the Arcane Answer and get back the Ephemerate. But if they relic right now, yep. Okay, so the Ephemerate dies. Draw. Let's go for Ponder. Find Faithful. Okay, that's okay. No. Play the Faithful. Let's Draw 2 cards. Play a land. Draw 2 cards. So I could play the Modern Age or just play the Muldrifter. Play Muldrifter. 2 more cards. Attack you for 1. I'm at 15. I can discard and discard this one, and I think it's going to be the Familiar. I'm a little bit nervous about that though. Let's just discard the Modern Age. Well, our opponent has like probably the best art of the Rolling Thunder that I've seen so far, so that's cool. They crack another relic. Okay. I think I'm going to block, just double block with the Muldrifters to kill the boarding party. Or I could block with 1 Familiar. They crack another relic. I'm sensing desperation here. Self-assembler time. Let's see if they play another one. That would be the rest of their mana for the turn. Let's block. Okay, their boarding party is dead. They kill my Archaeomancer. They've got another self-assembler. Ooh. Okay, Familiar. Snap this. Untap. Play a Muldrifter. Play Archaeomancer. Back snap. Snap again. And they scoop it up. Sweet. On to round 4. Round 4. We are 3-0. I fixed the screen and everything, and we're on the play. This is fine. Just don't know what our opponent's going to be doing. I still think I want to ponder. There's a lot of things that we know how to set up, right? We draw land. Okay, no shuffle here. Let's see what they're up to. Obscura Storefront. What does that mean? Finds a swamp. So I have a land under this ponder that I don't want. But to get good value out of the ponder, I could just ponder right now and see if there is something that I want under there. And then use the Broker's Hideout. Let's try that. Faithful Ponder. Okay. I like this now. Play the Faithful. Hiding Blade? Oh, it's a Lembas. Okay. So this turn, I think I'm going to go Cleric. Gain some life. Then just go ahead and play the Ponder. Then put the Broker's Hideout on the bottom. That's the turn. My plan here is to play the Broker's Hideout this turn, put the other one back into the deck. Then I can hardcast Muldrifter in 2 turns. They play a Lembas. I love that we're against black-white midrange. Should be favored, but you never know. They pick up the Lembas. All right. Broker's Hideout. Actually, maybe I just want to evoke the Drifter for cards, so I'm actually doing something this turn. All right, your turn. I mean, so now I drew into a Familiar and an Ephemerate. We're going to get in for 2. No crazy ninja shenanigans. Having the Dawnbringer and Cleric in play allows me to play around Tithing Blade because I'm fine with this creature dying, but I don't want this creature to die quite as much. Bajuka Bog my Muldrifter away. Sad times. Sad times. So we're going to go to 5, back up to 7. Send 1. Okay, this turn we can Faithful Preordain looking for a land. If we find a land, we can Modern Age. Tithing Blade the Dawnbringer Cleric. Skyfisher back to Tithing Blade. So we're going to hold up the counterspell. The Basilica, the Bajuka Bog. Sad times. Okay. Find a Muldrifter. Can Drifter Ephemerate. I'm going to Faithful and Preordain, looking for lands. Gotta get rid of that Tithing Blade, it's annoying. Okay, top both of these. I think I'm going to play the Broker's Hideout on... Guess it's still going to be an island. Could have gotten the plains there to set up. But I think we don't need to. Alright, we're going to get hit for 4. Donk. Go to 21. Tithing Blade gets countered. And then they have a Bajuka Bog. So will they play it? Another Tithing Blade. Bruh. There's the Bog. We have another Broker's Hideout. We can just go Sunscape Familiar, Hardcast Muldrifter. And then I find another Faithful. Can pick up the planes now. Pass the turn. So if they Tithing Blade again, I'll probably get rid of the Faithful again. Take the 4, go back to 20. You got Deadly Dispute, it looks like, on the Lembas. Lembas again. So kill the Lembas, draw the Lembas, play the Lembas, scry the Lembas. They went top, they went bottom on the Lembas. Now they have a 2-drop. Cast down on the Muldrifter. My poor Muldrifter. Alright, Faithful. We'll preordain. Would like to find a Mortuary Mire. Found the Mortuary Mire. Look at that. 2 free. Fire back the Muldrifter. Play the Modern Age. And I will discard the Broker's Hideout. I know that there's a snap underneath, so I'm going to Drifter. I don't know if they have a 1-mana removal spell, but they could. I'm going to snap the Muldrifter here. Untap. And then we will Drifter Ephemerate. Doesn't look like they have a 1-mana removal spell. Getting a lot of value. Oh my goodness. We will go ahead and Ephemerate. Find a snap. I mean, I'm just going to play the cards. Discard of planes. I took a lot of actions. I took a very large amount of actions. That is why I'm here. Sweet. They scoop. Okay, so Prohibit's actually quite good. I don't know if we need the counterspell. You can bring the Exclude. Chant is probably needed. But do we want Chant or do we want Dust to Dust? Don't know. We don't want the Cleric. I like the Exclude, Prohibit. In the Chant. So how fast are they is the question. We could bring in one Last Breath over a Snap to make sure the creatures are dead forever. How much do I care about their artifacts? We saw multiple Lembas, multiple Tithing Blade. They're not super fast, but they are. I think I can maybe Dust over Faithful. Let's do it. All right, we've got stuff to do. Let's keep it. Duress. So he can take either of the Flickers or my land drop with the Lorien Revealed. If he takes the Flicker, then I could get that bogged and lose my endgame. Let's Broker's Hideout and grab a Plains. Kind of sad when you get your land drop Duressed. They Duress again, taking Ephemerates, playing a Plains. All right, we're gonna go Faithful Ponder. This is what I'm talking about. I just want to do stuff as soon as possible, and having all these land drops in play is good. And a Snap and a Muldrifter. I think I can put Muldrifter Hideout on top. And then I'm going to draw the Hideout. Next turn, play the Hideout and the Familiar, and then I can do Drifter, Snap, Drifter. I can sacrifice the Faithful to a Tithing Blade. Right. I can also Archaeomancer back the Lorien Revealed or the Ephemerate. Familiar, go. Plays a Lembas. 2 cards in it. Or say they Skyfisher back the Lembas. Oh yeah, I don't have the Snap now. I guess I Archaeomancer and get back the Lorien Revealed or the Ephemerate. Get back the Ephemerate. So I'll pass the turn. Because I can attempt to Ephemerate to get back the Lorien Revealed. And then if they want, they can like kill my creature in response. Could try to Flicker. They're gonna Duress away the Ephemerate. Man. Well, they have Orzhov Basilica, so they'd have to have Snuff out here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is Flicker for the Ephemerate, Ephemerate for the Lorien Revealed for a land. Unless I draw a land. If there's a land. Let's cycle. Grab an island, play the island. Flicker. And I'll grab the Ephemerate. Their Duresses are not panning out. Get the Flicker. Pass the turn. We're at 23. They've got a Lembas that they're using to do stuff. Can't do anything. I'm going to F6. If they tap out, that I'm going to Drifter, Flicker, Drifter, but they end up scooping the game. Unfortunate, I didn't even do anything, but that's mid-range, I guess. We'll see in round 5. We're here in round 5. This is for the trophy versus the big boss, Jordanescu, who only plays mono red Blitz. We have turn 2 Snap. I'm going to keep it. Land a Crowan Crusader. So this makes 1/1s. Plays this turn 2 Kiln Fiend off of a Simian Spirit Guide. Okay. We're going to go to 21 life. So he has 2 cards in hand. Horror of the Bitten and Brute Force. Makes a million damage. Pretty annoying. We take 10, 11, 12. Snap this. Untap. Ponder. I think I have to shuffle. We're going to just die, probably. Classic Jordanescu Blitz. Kill you on turn 2. We draw Familiar. We're going to take 4. I don't think I see a way out of this. GG. Bleh. Okay, so Counterspell is obviously not good. Don't need the Deep Analysis or the Archaeomancer. We want all 4 of the Hydroblast. We want Prohibit, potentially the Last Breath, but I don't think so. The Negate or the Exclude. Probably the Negate. What a way to go. Maybe I should have mulliganed to... I felt like if he didn't have a turn 1 play, then I could have gone Ponder trying to find a Faithful, but instead he just went... We were on the play. Have a Hydroblast, but no lands. Okay, we have a Hydroblast and lands. Keep. Back to Lorien. Let's preordain. Okay. We find Faithful Negate. Well, I have to bottom the Faithful. Top the Negate. Okay. So he plays the Satyr Hoplite. I'm going to just blast it and then play the Chancery, picking up the island. Then next turn I can play Familiar. Did not have a follow-up. That's interesting. Familiar, go. Plays Immolating Soul Eater, which is bleh. Lots of things are making me sad right now. It's a Voca Drifter. So the thing is with Immolating Soul Eater, he can pay 18 life and then Temur Battle Rage it. Ponder. Probably want the land. No shuffle. Don't kill me. Okay. So now I just don't want to block. We can't negate that because he could have... Let me just attempt to negate. He has Pyroblast and we die. I was going to die no matter what to that. So it is what it is. Always has it. Every time. So we went 4-1. Very frustrating finale, but that's okay. I like the list overall. Obviously, I want to have 700. I mean, even if I had 18 Hydroblasts, it wouldn't have mattered there. Just too fast. Hopefully you enjoyed. Maybe I'll tool with the mana base a little bit more. It's kind of wonky, but it was cool. And I'm going to run this list a few more times. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.